My name's Luke. I've worked for BioBizz for over 2 years. I cover the south of the UK, dealing with shops, end users, growers, and organics is a real passion of mine. BioBizz was created in 1992. The first product that they created was premix, and that was created by doing what growers do, by playing and kind of trying to find a product that fulfilled their needs that they were looking for at that time. Following that, it developed into a small family-run business on a farm, and then we started branching out to the full product range that you see now. Sustainability and organics has been something very dear to the company ever since its foundations in 1992. We feel that it's the best way for growers to leave a minimal impact and footprint on the planet, and we also strongly believe that it will give you a better end product. So yeah, my love for growing started 15-16 years ago. A very good friend of mine gave me some tomatoes, the best tomatoes I've ever came across. I started then asking questions. How have you produced these tomatoes? And that's when I was made aware of BioBizz, the organic philosophy, and I've spent 16 years trying to recreate and to create the best product tomatoes I can possibly do. Yeah, so we have a range of medias, light mix, all mix, cocoa, but we also do a worm hummus and a premix. The premix and worm hummus go together at a set ratio to either create light mix or all mix. The worm hummus, in my opinion, is a standout product. So the worms are fed rock dust and potatoes. This then creates a very homogenized media. This can be mixed with cocoa. You can top dress, you can make compost teas. That worm hummus is probably, in my opinion, one of our standout products. We also do a range of liquids. So we do BioGrow, which is used primarily in the vegetative stage, or some growers prefer to use fish mix. Fish mix is higher on the nitrogen. Grow contains the same, very similar pK ratios, but it's just slightly reduced on the nitrogen side. Once you then transition into flower, you bring bloom alongside the grow to increase the pK ratio with that. You then bring in top max on the top from week 1 to week 2 of flower until finish. Top max is the improver. It improves the quality of the product, and it aids in all the other the uptake of all other nutrients. Bioheaven is basically, in layman's terms, is a protein shake. It's your amino acids. It has the ability to increase yields by up to 40%. It works also brilliantly as a foliar feed. We have algamite. It's kelp taken from the North Sea, and this is cold pressed. Again, amazing as a foliar feed. Also great as a root drench if your plant is if your plant is experiencing a difficult VPD or the plant is struggling. So Activera again is an amazing product. It should be used in everybody's grow. It contains high levels of macros and micros, and it is also amazing as a wetting agent as it does contain natural saponin. Our root stim is our humic and fulvic acids. This is primarily used in the vegetative stage, although benefits can be seen by using it in the transitional phase of growing. I've found that 4 ml per litre once a week seems to be an optimum dosage for that. Also, when taking cuttings, I've found allowing the cuttings to soak in it also works brilliantly. BioBizz pH down is citric acid. This works brilliantly as it won't damage or knock back the microbial life which is present in the rhizosphere. Our pH up is derived from humic, and this is humic acids, and this is all from natural resources also. Our microbes contain 4 kinds of beneficial microbes, 2 enzymes and trichoderma. They're mainly nitrogen and phosphorus fixators, but as far as I'm aware, we're the only microbial product which has integrated an enzyme-based product into it. The primary job of microbes is to increase root mass, the idea being more roots, more fruits. Our CalMag is different to all of the CalMags on the market. Most CalMags, as far as I'm aware, are derived from nitrogen. So the calcium nitrate, magnesium nitrate. Ours are different. Ours is calcium carbonate and magnesium sulfate. Thus meaning you can feed our CalMag during any stage of the plant's life without running the risk of nitrogen toxicity. I'd highly recommend using CalMag if you're in a very soft water area, or if you're choosing to use an RO machine. So it'll put the calcium, magnesium back up into the water to the levels where you want it, and then you add your additional nutrients over the top. By running our CalMag during the last 2 weeks of the flowering process, we have seen an increase in terpenes and just overall quality of the end product. This derives from the magnesium sulfate. Because you're adding the CalMag in, what that's doing is keeping the plant's immune system going, so you're creating a stronger plant. You've got less risk of botrytis, fungal infections and insects. So yeah, tips and tricks with the BioBizz range. I mean, I love premix. Premix is a great all-round fertilizer. You can do so much with it, and it's so versatile, especially when you combine this with our worm humus. You can make compost teas. We can, if you use 10 grams of premix per litre of water, bubble this for a very short period of time. This creates a very, very powerful and effective compost tea. Also premix and worm humus, if the grower is more conscious about their footprint on the planet, they can choose to re-amend their soil, they can choose to re-amend their media, It's such an easy way of doing it. You just simply add 10 to 20% worm humus, 5% premix, done. It's, you know, something that I think is very underrated with growers is foliar feeding. Okay, so fish mix contains, you know, high levels of nitrogen. You've got algamite, which is obviously your anti-stress and your antidepressant for the plant, and you've got activira, which is giving you the wetting agent properties. By adding fish mix at 0.5 ml per litre, algamite and activira at 1 ml per litre in the same jug, in the same spray bottle. By spraying this weekly or even twice a week, you will see a difference in your plants within 24 hours. You'll see bigger stems, you'll see bigger fan leaves, and it's, in essence, it's like giving the plant an IV drip. You're almost making that plant have what it needs instantly, and then it's up to the plant then to translocate those nutrients to wherever it needs them within the plant. Another tip we could do is we can replace fish mix for BioHeaven. I've found this is most effective just before the lights come on, or if the grower is using LEDs, just as the lights have come on. What you're doing, you're almost preloading that plant with amino acids, like we previously said, a protein shake, before he's about to do its day's workout. Again, because our CalMag doesn't contain nitrogen, I've found it very effective at the final stage of the flowering process. The last week or two, as you're tapering off all of the nutrients, bring in the CalMag alongside at 1 to 2 ml per litre. I've found that the sulfate and the magnesium sulfate is finishing the plant. We've had documentation back from our extensive research in the universities which shows an increase in better in overall quality when using the CalMag in the last 2 weeks of the flowering. Yeah, so my favourite product out of the BioBizz range is BioHeaven. This is basically your aminos. This is your protein shake. It's giving the plant an abundance of energy. people have mentioned, you know, while I've been on the road and stuff about, you know, it carries a high price tag. This is basically due to the fact that it's a soya amino. Soya is very hard to get an organic certified soya. I mean, as a base rate, it is expensive. But I mean, but for us to make a product off the back of that, we have to, you know, obviously pay the base, you know, to get it in, and then, but the benefits that the grower will see from using BioHeaven, they will see an increase in yield of up to 40%, which far outweighs the cost of the product, in my opinion. Also, the grower is going to have a healthier, more robust plant. So therefore, the chances of other issues arising are massively reduced from using Heaven. Yeah, my favourite product that we don't sell has got to be the Grassroots fabric pots. Whether it's the pots or the bed, the only limiting factor that we have with organic growing is your pot size. Because of the way that the organic nutrients need to be broken down before they can be, you know, absorbed by the plant, is the bigger the pot, the easier it's going to be to grow. I've found by using the Grassroots fabric pots or beds, the lining which comes on the inside is a game changer. It allows the pot to breathe, but it doesn't allow the pot to excessively dry out. It is something that I would highly recommend every grower switch to, is running BioBizz in Grassroots pots. Yeah, so with regards to new products, as far as I'm aware, there's nothing that's coming, you know, that's being launched soon. But as a brand, we're always continuing our research, we're always innovating, and we're always trying to find, you know, the best possible solution for the grower, you know, in its every capacity. We have testing partners, universities, grow facilities all globally. They report back quantified data, and we then use that to tweak and fine tune any products that we are developing. Our most recent product that was launched was the microbes. Again, these were tested extensively, I think for 4 years before they were released. So one of the core principles of BioBizz as a brand is, until it has been extensively tested, it will not be released to market. Yeah, so what does the future hold? Doing more of what we love, you know, teaching the organic philosophy, churning out great organic products. Also, BioBizz, you know, with sustainability as our core values, we're always looking to help where we can globally. So currently we've been doing a lot of charity work in South America, going to a lot of rural villages that, you know, have what we take for granted, they haven't got. So we're bringing, you know, fresh running water to those villages. We're teaching them how to grow their own food sustainably, and we're basically want to try and get out to every corner of the globe and try and help as many people as we can. I mean, one thing that we did recently, which I thought was pretty cool, we set up collection points all across Spain. That's where our head office is based. We set up collection points all across the coast. This enables people who have multiple surfboards or who choose to donate a surfboard a place to take it. We then went to those collection points, collected the surfboards, put them in a container, and we then sent them to South America to the children. So we then taught the children how to surf. Again, you know, it's just all about, it's the philosophy of the company. It's about, you know, not taking more than what you need and giving back where you can. What score would I give my going to? It's got to be a solid 11 out of 10.